Hello and welcome to In the Kitchen with Matt. I am your host, Matt Taylor. Today I'm going to show you how to make an orange cake. I had a request to make an orange cake, so here we go. That's what we're going to do. Really easy to do, simple ingredients. If I can do it, you can do it. Before I move on, make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on any of my new videos. Let's get baking. Down below in the description box, you'll find a list of the ingredients and their amounts. Also a link to my website where you can print this recipe off if you like. We will start with 3/4 cup of softened butter. This is unsalted butter. And you may use salted butter too if you like. And now we want to add 1 cup of white granulated sugar. Cream these ingredients together. All right, there we go, perfect. And now we want to add in an optional ingredient. I have 1/4 cup of sour cream. This is optional. I have made it without the sour cream and it's delightful. Also, sour cream just makes it a little bit more moist and adds a nice little flavor to it, but it is optional. You do not have to add the sour cream. And then we want to add in 3 eggs. And also preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 176 Celsius. And then I have another optional ingredient. I have a 1/2 teaspoon of orange extract. And you can leave that out as well if you like. It just gives it a more pronounced orange flavor to the cake, which I really enjoy. And then the star of this dish is our freshly squeezed orange juice, 1/2 cup of orange juice. The oranges that I get off the tree, these were small oranges, so this took 4 oranges to get that amount. It might just take you 1 or 2 medium or a large orange. So that's 1/2 cup of orange juice. And then I have orange zest. And this comes from the peel of the orange. This is about, probably a tablespoon and a half. The orange zest will give it flavor. And so I have a special tool here. This is a Microplane brand, and it just has these little ridges of metal. And then you take your orange and you'll just go right on it like this. And then the zest, or the little strips of orange peel, come right off and go in there. I always do it in a bowl as opposed to over my main bowl, but that's how you get the zest off of the orange peel. See how small that orange is? Pretty small. So it took 4 of these small oranges to get a 1/2 cup of juice. And now we want to blend these all together. Again, so the sour cream and the orange extract are both optional ingredients. I've made it without both of those and it tastes great, but I really like it with both of them in there. To make sure we don't overmix the cake batter, I'm going to stop with the hand mixer here and clean those beaters a little bit and put those away. And now we can put in our dry ingredients. And I have a sifter here, or you could use a whisk and just do everything in a bowl first. 1 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour or cake flour, 1 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And normally what I'll do is about half of it at first, and then come in here with my spatula and just stir in that flour. All right, it smells really good also. the rest of this in there. All right. Just until it's all nice and combined. That is an amazing looking cake batter. I'm so excited. And now I have a 5x9 bread loaf pan here, and I greased it with shortening on all the sides and the bottom, and then just put about a tablespoon of flour, and then you just kind of move it around and tap it around until it covers everything. And this just helps to make sure that the cake doesn't stick, even though this is a non-stick pan. And then let's go ahead and just take our cake batter and put that in there. Make sure to scrape the sides of the bowl and get every bit of that batter that you can in there. All right, and now the cake is ready to be baked. Place this in the oven on the middle rack position, again preheated at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 176 Celsius. And we're gonna bake this for 45 minutes up to an hour until when you poke it with a toothpick, the toothpick comes out clean. On to that step. And when it comes out of the oven, it'll look something like this. If it starts to get a little brown around the edges, you can cover it with foil. Like check it at like the 35-minute or 40-minute mark. And then if it's getting a little bit too brown for you, then just put some foil over the top and bake it the rest of the way. This wound up going 55 minutes. It's ready to go. I'm gonna let it cool for about 15 minutes here in the pan, and then I will take it out of the pan. Once we've let it cool down a little bit, come in here with like a cake spatula. It may not be necessary, but it's just good to go around the edges. You can use like a butter knife too. This feels pretty loose already. And then we want to just take the cake out. Came out perfectly easy. Hardly any on the inside, which is great. And then let it cool completely on a wire rack. All right, time to cut into this and show you what it looks like. Oh yeah. Look at that. It looks super soft and moist, and you can see the little specks of the orange zest. So awesome. All right, the orange cake is done. Turned out fantastic. Really easy to do. If I can do it, you can do it. You also notice I didn't frost this cake. I don't normally frost this cake, but you certainly could add frosting if you want, or maybe a simple glaze on the top. You could also bake it in some smaller rounds if you want to do more of a layered cake. Totally up to you. Once again, my name is Matt Taylor. This has been another episode of In the Kitchen with Matt. Thank you for joining me. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or requests, put them down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thumbs up, down the corner, push it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos. Take care. Time for me to dive into this. Oh yeah.